But I can tell you, in this quest to build black wealth to protect yourself from the demons of capitalism, I would encourage you to dig for every resource that naturally belongs to you. And so, one of the biggest fights for Africa overall, in my view, is how do we, as black people around the world, make sure at the very least that the abundance that we were blessed with is allowed to flourish, and that it is protected, and that we are consistently investing in the growth of these resources so that our people can be protected from the demons of capitalism. Because we've mentioned before that if you're not preparing your kids by teaching them investing, wealth building, starting businesses, how to work together, then someone's going to come along and make them into a slave because they're dealing with the devil. So the question I would ask any parent is, if you're not preparing your child financially, if you're not educating them economically, if you're not investing on their behalf and teaching them how to do the same for themselves, why would you throw your child out there butt naked and defenseless in an economic system run by demons? I'm not saying every white person wants to be a demon. I am saying that there's something wrong with that culture. And what's even worse is that black people, we've internalized that. So I mean, in fact, nothing gets black people more excited than validation from white people. That was actually one of the conversations I had with students here the other day. Was I said, let's read through the psychological impact of colonialism so we can identify this as our mental illness. So don't think I'm letting any of us off the hook. We're not pure and perfect and wonderful. We're screwed up, flawed. And so at the end of the day, this mental health piece is critical. We created the Black Financial Therapy Department because of that. I said, okay, first thing we got to deal with when we talk about wealth is that half of us are crazy because you've dealt with some crazy stuff. It's like those. You ever read those studies about children who are raised by schizophrenic or alcoholic parents and how those kids grow up and they're crazy? So you are the crazy kids. You didn't ask for this, but this is what you were cursed with. But you can cleanse yourself from this by connecting. Again, you fight the demon by connecting to God. So connect to your spirituality, connect to your internal compass. All right, connect to whatever frequency you want to vibrate on, and if you want to vibrate on the love frequency, the intelligence frequency, the productivity frequency, the family frequency, right, the freedom frequency. I think all those frequencies are available to you, but you have to meditate your way into that. You can't sort of just follow the crowd because half these Negroes out here are crazy.